Hi, back on the other side. I don't know where that bye and hi came from. It's really annoying. Irrelevant. Okay, so Triple G, contentious decision at the weekend. Dave, what are your thoughts?
First of all, good evening. No, I think it was a quite good fight, but I think I see a side of Golovkin that I was kind of hoping not to see, and it's like don't get me wrong, I'm not comparing him to the two fellas I'm going to say, but I think it was a very Ted Cheeseman performance where it was like, you're not knocking me out, I've got a great chin, but you can hit it as many times as you want. Mm-hmm. Like, it just felt like you shouldn't be in that ring taking that much open punishment. That's what, like,
he fucking loves it, man.
He does love it.
He
I think, and don't get me wrong, I think as chins go, I think he could probably take it for the next 20 years, but it's not something I want to see when I think of Golovkin. I don't want to be remembering him as a geezer who had a great chin and just took beatings. I mean, he won for me, and he won not really well, but I think it was a good fight. But for me, he just gets to hit like it was almost like he's an aging process there for me. Like, I thought Canelo doesn't let you do that. Like, you wouldn't do that against Canelo, or if you did, you're getting punished. And I think if the last fight, it's shown that he's aged.
But he is, what is he, 37?
37, yeah.
He's not a young man. And I don't want to see the third Canelo fight. And this is because now I feel Canelo definitely will win. Like I've always said, without going back over old ground, my issue was I wanted them to fight probably 2 or 3 years before they did.
Yeah.
When Canelo wasn't proper middleweight.
But he was fighting proper middleweights.
Was he?
Yeah, but just at his own weight. I'll fight you, but you've got to fight me at 155, 156.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you're the star, people want to fight you.
Yeah.
You make the rules.
You're the money.
His whole career.
You're the money man.
Yeah.
So
So listen, you can't knock the hustle. Whatever advantage you can take it.
Yeah, legally.
But Golovkin didn't when he was the natural middleweight and Canelo wasn't. He lost.
Yawn.
Old ground. Like I said, for me, personally, won the first fight. Second one, I can see either way.
Mm-hmm.
So
I gave Golovkin the first fight.
Same.
I gave Canelo the second. Although at the time I thought it was very, very, very close.
what worries me is that I'm pretty sure, especially with the zone in the mix, that this third fight definitely happens.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh yeah, they'll make shitloads of money, and Golovkin will retire, win or lose. For me, what else is there? For me,
He ain't gonna win, is he?
no, but the upside if he does, he retires anyway on a massive payday.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to come down to.
It's
now.
got to be.
Whereas before, many years ago,
Give it
when
the
he was
last
cleaning people
hoo-ha.
out, I feel like genuinely it was about collecting all the belts. I feel like since the whole Canelo thing actually started to happen and he started to have those fights, the paychecks have obviously become very different. We've obviously seen that the team around him has changed. He's got new people in. He's obviously about the money now. And like I said about anybody, you can't begrudge
Fair
him.
play
If
to
you've
him.
been in the game
Of course,
for as long as he has, you've had as many fights because obviously he was a very successful amateur as well. Get the money, man. You've got to do
100%.
Yeah.
Can't begrudge him for that.
And I know that kind of goes against what I was just saying with like DAZN.
You don't want to see it.
But I don't mind that from the boxer's point of view.
Yeah.
But as a fan's point of view, I feel like we're getting fucked over on that now.
For me, I agree. I think maybe if they'd done a one fight, then the rematch, I'd still be interested, but not after seeing him in that last fight. I think I can't say his name. Devianchenko. Bosh. He's a good fighter. He's genuinely. I think he's quite a decent fighter and he's a strong boy. But he made Golovkin make hard work of it, and it was a hard fight.
The level Derevchenko's at, it's supposed to be hard work. It's
Yeah.
almost like we get to this point with a lot of boxers where you kind of elevate them above everyone else in their weight. Like Canelo, for example, whoever you put him in with, you're
He's
going to think
always gonna be
you're gonna
favourite.
expect him to win.
Mm.
So if he's in a close fight, you're going to be like, fucking hell, that guy's he's made him look a bit shitty there. But he's supposed to.
Yeah, that was
at a top level.
that was when my whole thing was have I just watched Canelo? Have I just watched Golovkin age in this fight, or was Matey just a lot better than I expected?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And he's actually not that far off the
I think he's
the
just,
top fellas. But Jacobs beat him. Jacobs,
yeah.
and I know Jacobs is in that top 4, top 5 we talk about. You know, him versus Golovkin was a good fight, and why wouldn't Derevyanchenko Golovkin be a good fight? So it's one of those things. But for me, I just think a Golovkin 2 years ago probably knocks out and finishes him. And obviously he didn't, and he didn't perform in the way I thought he would.
He's lost the fear factor then from opponents.
I don't know. I just think
I reckon he won fights like a lot to do with that.
the whole Tyson thing where you'd lost before you got in
That
the ring.
I can't let him land a clean shot because it's going to really hurt.
yeah. As soon as he does, oh shit, that really did hurt.
And then it's like back up now. It's
Now fuck it, I'll get up and I can get through this. So he's not.
he can't have lost that much power.
No,
That's the last thing to go, isn't it?
Yeah, well that's what. Yeah, and his punch resilience is still there. Like you can see.
I find it interesting to say that he was very critical of himself as well. He was saying that he hadn't focused 100% on this fight. He was kind of looking past it a little bit.
He's got to say something. I feel sorry for
it
Jonathan Banks as well.
It could just be a speech, just like because you want to talk yourself up.
It's just I can't really see how he can. It was always he's 37. He's 37.
He's
He
not
fights
learning
and
new stuff, are you?
he's been taking heavy punches for years. I mean, he used to get praised for it, and it's like, well, it can't go on forever. Like you're 37, you can't carry on doing that.
Yeah.
The thing I was worried about most.
The thing is, he is. That fight showed.
I think if he won a fight, like he's going to be in close, exciting fights, and it's always going to be like if he loses, he's going to get hit a lot.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a boring fight, win or lose for him, but I've never seen before the combination of the IBF and the IBO. He's 2 belts and he's got the IBO.
Unified, man.
Yeah, but it's never usually 1 belt plus the IBO. It's usually like 2 or 3 belts, and then you can get the IBO out and wear it with pride. You can't have the IBF and the IBO.
Hey, it's
Some
getting
people wear it with pride just
it's
on its
raising
own.
up.
I respect that more.
The stature of it is levels now.
You've got some cojones if you're doing that when you just walk around with that.
Last couple of years, big names have held that belt.
Big names have always held that belt, but
not for of any note for like a couple of years.
I think they have. It's just it was marginalised.
It was left on the mantelpiece.
So who is the middleweight IBO champion right now?
Isn't it? No, because he's super middleweight, wasn't he?
I'd like to.
Oh, do you know what?
I'd like to.
So it's Golovkin.
I'd like to square that one up, please.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Super middle. So you can have a potential champ situation now.
Oh, the middleweight IBO, yeah, Kennedy, and super middleweight Chris Eubank Jr.
So the IBO have got
He's
a
been
big.
champion for 227 days.
That's a long way.
Fuck yeah. It is for that belt.
Yeah.
It normally gets won and dropped.
Yeah.
Didn't George Groves leave it in the ring?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't want it.
So yeah, I was a bit surprised to see Golovkin. He obviously likes the IBO. It's a nice looking belt, and he's obviously got a relationship with him. But I think that's a bit of a stretch to be a 2-belt champion. I think he deserves credit. No, I don't think he. I think there's probably at least 5 fighters in either middleweight or super middleweight that beat him. I think Billy Joe Saunders is one of them.
I think that's it. The only way you're going to beat him, even now, is you're going to have to just outpoint him throughout the whole fight, aren't you?
Which is going to be hard.
I can't see anybody just straight knocking him out.
I think it's going to be very hard for anyone to just outpoint him. It's still going to be hard because he's still going to throw punches and he's going to land punches.
Eventually, yeah, he's going to start catching you.
So it just makes you wonder what all through those years. I mean, it is there has to be an element of fear factor that's probably gone now. But the problem is that he's still managing to win the fight, which I think is to his detriment. I mean, I think he loses to Canelo now, and I think the later he fights Canelo, I don't know how many fights he's got left. 3, 4, 5 fight deal left, but he's got to fight Canelo pretty soon.
Yeah,
because it could be really bad. It's like if Canelo beats Kovalev.
Do you expect him to? I know we'll talk about that as it gets closer.
Yeah, probably. I just don't think Canelo's going to lose any fights anytime soon.
It's just he's so well planned out. Everything is so structured.
Yeah.
In his favour. And,
yeah.
And like I said, that's not a criticism.
Yeah.
That's what you expect.
I don't think they're going to make any mistakes. I think that's a good team, and I think they're going to take fights at the right time. I mean, if he beats Kovalev, like, imagine he beats him well. I don't even know if anyone's really going to want to see that third Golovkin. Like, because isn't Kovalev just like a bigger version of Kovalev just a bigger Golovkin? Like, yeah. I mean, it's not.
They both came to kind of like our this side of the world, our kind of publicity levels, very similar sort of times, very similar sort of styles.
Heavy-handed.
Exactly.
Get hit. It's
like
if Canelo can beat Kovalev, he's going to beat Golovkin, isn't he?
Like I said, for me, he'll beat Triple G now.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's almost like I just feel like I just wish that it wasn't. What is it, like 7 or 8 years, 5 or 6 years between the two of them? I just wish they had been closer at the stages of their career to have risen at the same time. You know, like the middleweights, like the 4 Kings, they were all there at their peak at the same time, and I feel like them to have just missed each other a little bit.
Yep.
But we as fans have really pushed it to this is what we need to see. But like,
you're going to have to do it. We would do it. We can't do it in advance. But how good has Golovkin's career been? I
think this will be one of those.
Has it been any
ones.
better than AJ's?
No, I was going to say I would say it's a similar one to like a Kell Brook, and in a non-disrespectful way. As in, when you look back at it at the end, you'll go, well, it was never as good as it should have been. But when you're living through it, you're like, do you know what? It's decent. When we were watching the fights every he was fighting regularly,
couple of months,
and he was getting these highlight reel knockouts, and they weren't against mugs. Not all of them. There were some decent people in there. They just weren't.
Yeah.
They weren't the elite fighters.
Yeah.
And I think when you compare it to Canelo, I don't think anybody's TV will ever stand up to Canelo.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it's so well planned, so well structured, so thought out, so far ahead. They know who they're going to be fighting probably in 2-3 years.
Well, this is the thing. When you were saying it earlier about Canelo and DAZN and all that, and you think, look at who he's fought since he signed with DAZN. He's like the only one who's having like Rocky Fielding, but that was for a title.
That was for and a step
He's
up.
actually having proper fights.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't seem to really have any.
When's that? November.
Yeah.
It's not bad, man. Can't knock it. He's
I
going
don't
after.
think you should
He's going after
criticise
names
Golovkin.
and everything.
Golovkin's getting criticism. Jonathan Banks is getting criticism. It's like he's 37 years old, and that the way he fights isn't gonna.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how it's gonna go.
I think just the way, like you said, the way he is, that's how it's in his genetics to fight that way.
And
like 37
years.
There's
no point in changing now. He's not going to go and try and out.
That's where it'll all go really
tweak
wrong.
it.
Yeah.
That's when you start losing, and you'll probably lose badly because you're doing things that don't come naturally.
Exactly. Can you imagine trying to be a counter puncher? No. He's always going to walk forward. He's always going to take punches. He's always going to throw big, horrible hooks. You know.
I just want to see
That's what
that
people
down
to be honest.
hook one more time.
And just splatter you like
top of the head one. I want to see that one
He
more
got
time.
criticised, didn't he, for like getting rid of Abel Sanchez and all that, but it was the right thing to do. He probably knew himself he needed to do something.
mix it
Because
up.
it's going the wrong
If
way.
it's going stale, like you had Dean last week, he had to because it was stale. He felt stale. So
It wouldn't surprise me if he changed his trainer again, because it obviously probably not Jonathan Banks' fault. It's just whoever it is going in one direction.
Yeah.
Well, like we said, some people will change regularly. Who's to say that if Golovkin hadn't have changed at an earlier point in his career, he wouldn't have been far more successful? I'm not saying that's necessarily the case.
No.
Obviously, Abel Sanchez is a very, very good trainer. He's had multiple world champions. He's no idiot. But maybe you sit there at 35 or whatever he was at the time and just thought, you know what? This guy's probably holding me back a bit.
Yeah.
I need to do something different. After the Canelo fight, he's like, well, I did the same thing with the same prep.
Yeah.
And I got the same result, more or less.
Yeah.
So I need to change something.
Yeah, I need a different perspective.
I know you want loyalty in sports, and we quite often we criticise people when they just ditch their trainers or they blame everything on a camp or whatever. But at the same time, it's your career. You're going to be judged by what.
That's it. I think boxing's different. Well, it's not different, I suppose, but Abel Sanchez is in 5 years' time is probably still going to be a coach. And
Yeah, of course he
won't
is.
be a boxer anymore.
You've got to make your decisions based on what your needs are.
Yeah.
You can be as loyal as you want. Like I'm sure, like the Smith brothers, they'll always look after Joe Gallagher no matter what goes on. That sort of relationship. But like you said, he's always going to be a trainer. There's only so many fights you can have. There's only so much money you can make in the sport. It's an interesting one, especially if you're looking at your career outside of the sport once you finish fighting. Like obviously, you signed a deal with DAZN to. Is it like Triple G Promotions are going to do stuff with DAZN? So they're trying to build their portfolio. He's trying to set up a career afterwards. Maybe you don't want to have someone slice into a percentage of that for when you're retired as well.
Yeah.
You just never know the intricacies. So, but I agree. But I think he's getting a lot of stick this week, and I don't understand why. Because he went in, he did the job, he got the result, and he's come out the other side.
And it was a good fight.
It was a good
what
fight.
do people actually want? If it had blown him away, they'd be like,
another
shit,
dummy to go into it.
It's a poor situation with Triple G now because anybody who does beat him, now just everyone's going to say he's past it.
He's done.
And it'll be the truth. It's like, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You just don't want to see champions like that be beaten by someone that you think they should.
I just can't wait till he comes back when he's 55, ready for another scrap, fighting at the same style in Birmingham,
But better.
but better.
There's some
Fitter
real
than ever.
issues with this, isn't there?
No.
There's some stuff come
It's
out
just perfectly legit.
that is coming out that he's got like
Pre-round needles ready.
serious health issues.
Oh fucking hell. He's 55 years old.
You
I'm
said
not
that you don't think this
surprised.
fight happens?
No, I probably think it does happen.
Sure, someone said last week they don't reckon it happens. It might have been another conversation or something. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to not the fight because I feel like it's going to be watching it through my fingers. Just please don't get hurt kind of thing.
What is it on?
It's on a pay-per-view channel, but I don't know if I even have that channel on my package. I'm sure I'll be able to get it.
Stream.
Yeah.
Stream.
Yeah, I think. I think that will happen. Unfortunately,
You gonna watch it?
I'm not interested. What's the point?
Bollocks! You bought the first KSI Logan Paul fight. You are gonna watch this.
Them two have turned professional since.
Oh yeah,
They've
fairness.
got a career ahead of them.
So you were ahead of the game.
Yeah.
He was a hardcore fan he made the conversion before everybody else.
Well, this is it. I mean, I don't understand the hardcore fans. I don't understand what the problem is. They're just gutting all these YouTubers who've discovered talent before they've turned pro. And if it was a hardcore fans, that's what they usually pride themselves on, isn't it? So.
Are they any different to Mark DeMauro? He learned to box from YouTube.
No.
There we go then. And that was a legitimate fight when he came back, or when he fought David Haye.
I think the winner of this will probably have another fight.
Fight a pro.
Yeah.
To fight
And
a
they'll probably
pro.
win.
No, they'll fight another YouTuber, man.
Maybe.
They definitely will fight. And the thing is, they could make a whole circuit out of this. There are enough big YouTubers to make their own little circuit of fights. And like I said, don't begrudge anybody anything. Just don't drag in boxing with it because you're not.
Make it a
getting new fans
YouTube
into the
night.
sport.
Make it a YouTube night.
That's it. Just do it.
If people like watching boxing and they like watching these guys fight, then they'll go, "Oh, maybe I will watch a pro fight."
But this is it. Like
instead of these two slapping each other.
I'm trying to think of which teams it were. There were two football fan TV. Was it Arsenal, Man United? When they had their fan TVs had a football match. You wouldn't dare say this is going to add into the sport. It's bringing new people because it's irrelevant. You're just doing something that people watch. I'm going to see that and think, oh, actually, yeah, do you know what? I might actually give that a go.
Yeah.
It's like Soccer Aid.
Exactly. It doesn't impact the actual sport itself in terms of growing it. So, yeah. And like I said, the fact that it's got Billy Saunders, Devon Haney on it, I just feel like they're just, it's a mockery. It's an actual mockery.
But then saying that, if it was for charity, would it change it? Because like Soccer Aid, for example, you get all these things, like you get a load of celebrities, they play at a proper stadium, they sell out a stadium, they get a few like players who, like in the past they've had players like who are still current and they'll do like 5 minutes or something and go off. And everyone loves that. And that's basically what this is.
Imagine if they KSI and what's his name just tagged in a pro.
It's so good.
Oh fuck, mate. Do 3 minutes for me.
I don't understand the weight division as well because like there's a massive size difference.
There's
between
one geezer's a tank, isn't he?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Logan boy.
KSI's head is fucking huge.
them.
It definitely balances it all out.
Watermelon.
Oh,
Oh, Boris.
that's an interesting one there.
Big heavy head. You're a watermelon,
Don't
man.
backtrack now, Dave.
I'm not.
Flag waving, kicking their knees.
Oh my gosh.
I can't believe.
It's so good. It's always
Racist
you.
Dave strikes again.
How the fuck is that?
Ignorance is not an excuse.
That's what you call a big head. Watermelon.
Yeah.
I've never heard that said. No one says that to Harry Maguire.
No.
Call him Slabhead.
So why didn't you call KSI a slabhead?
Because Harry Maguire's called Slabhead.
I feel like that's a feeble excuse.
Mm.
You should genuinely.
I don't go around going, KSI, you're a watermelon head.
So you wouldn't even say it to his face.
I just said it was. You said he had a big head,
Yeah.
so I said watermelon.
It just gets worse every time he
Yeah.
says it.
Oh my god!
Why
Shut
not
the fuck
pumpkin or
up.
something?
What?
Why not pumpkin? Why watermelon?
Okay,
Jesus
pumpkin head.
Christ.
Fuck me. This is coming up to Halloween, I suppose.
Dave. I just want to remember this moment for a second.
If only you had a camera.
I don't have a camera, but we are recording.
Yeah.
I don't need a camera to capture your voice. Fucking KK Dave. That's you now.
KKK, Dave.
Oh, so you're correcting me on your
Just to correct you.
Alright, fair enough.
Dear.
Right, so in other notes, apart from that,
Yeah.
I actually don't know where to go with this now.
Fuck off. There's
Who do you
no-
want to win?
I don't
Obviously,
give a
Logan
shit.
Paul.
I don't give a shit.
I want to crack that watermelon wide open.
I want boxing to win
Yeah.
as a general thing.
So who do you think will win out of Price and Chisora?
Oh wow, we didn't even talk about
No.
that earlier, did we? I'm gonna go Chisora.
No, you're not. You're trying to go too
Yeah,
far
I
the
think
other
we
way
did
now.
there.
You're trying to correct yourself here.
Up middle finger. You need a buzz thing for that.
Who's your favourite? Oxide on the tree.
Fuck you.
Just leave it there. Let's definitely move on. Right, so we've done Triple G, done KSI, Price Chisora. Can we take a moment to talk about the fight that did not happen at the weekend, Clarissa Shields? Now, I can't remember if we said this on tape, well, it's not a tape, but on tape last week or off when we were talking to Dean, and I said, I can't fucking stand her. I think she's awful. I can't stand anything about her. And if someone said that I'm a hater, I would say, yes, I do not like her.
Yeah,
I respect what she does in the ring. She's obviously a fantastic.
Yes, I hate her too. I think she's a wanker.
I do. That's
I,
not
I genuinely, and I said maybe it's because I spend more time on Twitter. I think she's a prick. You know, you
Yeah.
just get on with it, you think you're a dickhead.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how godly you think you are or how good you are at what you do. You are a dickhead.
That was
and that's what it's going to come.
That was
down
me with a Coley for ages. I just everything he did was I just thought you're such a prick.
Mm.
It's funny it was a Coley, isn't it?
Huh?
Funny it was a Coley you thought that about. Just saying, Dave.
You thought about it as
Was
well.
it when he came out to the Nigerian anthem that pissed you off?
Didn't know you did that.
Oh, so you don't know the Nigerian anthem?
No.
I bet you know God Save the Queen, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Says it all, really. Just leave it there. Disgusting, man. Disgusting.
You don't know the Nigerian anthem. Do you know God Save the Queen?
No.
Fuck off. Shut up.
Alright, fair enough. Okay, moving on again.
Do you think if it was a man,
Did you say if?
yes.
Just check.
Do you think that she would be something would have happened to her by now? Well, the criticism would have been a lot more. Like she came out literally like hours afterwards, sort of saying that the other person's making up excuses, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like for not having the
She
fight.
came out
Like,
and
no,
had a
the
go.
fight
She was like,
coming
"Oh,
off.
you've been told you don't even have to make weight now, so you can be overweight. You can have your fight." And she's like, her trainer, her opponent's trainer has just been knocked the fuck out. in hospital. He was unconscious for like 20 minutes, they were saying, or something like that. Or so unconscious. And
so what was it? Like a blindside punch?
yeah, to an old man.
By a
Young man.
young man.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that a brother?
See, you would say allegedly, but either way, it was someone from her camp.
Unconfirmed.
It was someone from her camp. Someone who is part of her team.
Coward.
It's disgusting, and Ali Bashir's gone back to hospital today. He's got a bleed on the brain, so obviously wish him well, because it's a horrible thing.
Yeah, that is shit.
But
what will happen to her though? Like you said, like
it's a weird one, isn't it? Because it's not her. It's not her responsibility in terms of like the rules, but the people in your camp should be your responsibility.
That's
You are the one that's bringing them there. It's your camp.
why the fuck are they going running around throwing punches at people?
I mean,
It's like the real uncle.
Yeah.
When he was it, I can't remember the fella he punched, but sucker punched him and ran out the ring and whatever.
Yeah. And I'm sure when that happened, I'm sure she took a side on it. See, and I think she's I hate the term, the race card, because I think it's so overused and people really piss me off. They accuse anyone of doing it all the time, but she literally plays it a lot.
Yeah.
Like anybody who doesn't like her, you're anti-black, you're anti-women, you're anti-Flint, you're anti-America. You can't say anything about
You can't just not like someone because you don't like someone.
Exactly. And all she ever refers back to is, oh, I'm black, I'm from Flint, I shouldn't be doing able to doing this, and I'm doing it all. And it's like, yeah, fair play, but you don't need to say that every single day.
Right, yeah.
Because you're two-weight world champion.
You're a pillar to the community, but you're also a dick.
But you also have to take responsibility for being a prick.
Yeah.
You have to. And it's not the sort of thing, like some boxers, they do it as a persona to make money. I don't think that's even the case.
No.
She forgets that she's a dick when she's putting all the Corinthians quotes and stuff like that in.
Yeah, I'm giving. Yeah, like I said, and I sit here and I know I just sound like I'm a hater.
You are,
and I am.
Yeah, but you're not trying to hide it. You don't like her.
Like her.
Yeah, respect her for what she's done.
You can't not.
But as a person,
she's a double Olympic world champion. She's 24, 25. She's absolutely smashed her career. You can't knock it at all.
Yeah.
But God, I just wish she'd shut up. And like I said, even after this, you saw the statement she was coming out with afterwards, and there's no remorse. She doesn't care.
Yeah.
She's not bothered in the slightest. She's just pissed off that she didn't get to fight.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's just shocking. It's shocking that there is an old man lying in hospital now.
Yeah, because
with very, very damaging injuries.
Yeah.
And she's just annoyed that she doesn't get to fight. She's talking about she's had a 9-week camp. It's cost this, it's cost that. I don't care.
Guess what? Control your career.
And these are the sort of things that make me just think you are a prick. Because there is someone who's
deeply
injured.
In theory,
you're worried about having trained for 9 weeks.
In theory, you should get fined. At the end of the day, the fight got cancelled because of you and your team.
That's it.
It wasn't a fan that came out of nowhere and hit the geezer.
Someone in your team doesn't understand what trash talk is.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you were out,
someone in your team who doesn't put the gloves on and fight. If you were out
and a 70 or 80-year-old man started having a go at you, you're not going to walk up and punch him in the head. You're actually going to.
You're not going to sucker punch him.
You're going to laugh at him.
You're going to think you're a loon, or you're going to give it back to him. Like,
if you have people around you who can't differentiate between that sort of instance
you're in the wrong.
And a dangerous time when you need to defend yourself or attack somebody, which you should never have to really. You've got the wrong people around you, and that is your responsibility.
Yeah. It's part of your team. That was someone. If that had been the same thing, someone run across and punched her trainer and done the same thing, it would have probably all kicked off.
Yeah.
And she'd have been calling for heads.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
like I said, when the Durrell thing happened, it was a major thing. It was across all the platforms.
Everyone was disgusted. It was a proper sucker punch.
And this one was worse. Wasn't even looking the guy in the face by the looks of it, because the guy was sat down facing the stage. Looks like they literally come up right behind him and done it.
I'm sorry, that's
a bad one. But it's not done anything to endear her to myself, to a lot of other fans as well. Because again, it's the way you carry yourself through these situations. You can't control everything around you.
If she was
you can control
exactly
the situation afterwards.
She was straight out. apologetic. I'm so sorry. I don't condone that sort of stuff. Blah 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 blah. People then start thinking, yeah, okay, fair enough. She's trying to make it better, but like you say, she hasn't. She's trying to play the victim here now,
and
somehow.
And I said that's what gets me. I find that about her a lot. That it's a very she's a very victim orientated person. She likes to think that everybody's against her. Maybe that's what works for her to get her to where she is. Fair play. If that's what your motivation is,
yeah.
Do your thing.
Me against the world,
But then at the same time, you can't then expect to grow a massive fan base based on that.
Yeah.
Especially when you're winning all the time. That's hard to say everything's going against me when you.
When it's clearly not.
Yeah.
So that's. I wasn't sure whether or not to do that as my purge today, but I feel a bit bad throwing a whole boxer in the bin.
Done.
Can I just throw her personality in there?
Her Twitter, because you don't really see her personality on TV, do you? It's just Twitter. No. Like you generally, I'm not.
What you mean? Because she's not a huge personality in terms of.
No. So you don't mind watching a few of her highlights and boxing, but throw her Twitter in the bin. And her attitude.
Do you know what it is? I just think there are some fighters you just want to see get sparked out.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot how Mayweather's career would have been.
Yeah.
You just think a lot of people just think I just want someone to fucking bang him out.
Davis, Okoli.
Yeah.
Rattling off a couple I've got.
Yeah, they've all got a few things in common as well.
All boxers.
Any more?
Ted Cheeseman.
He's trying to correct it again now.
I just don't like him.
Fair enough. Is it because he's always black and blue?
Because he defends with his face.
Okay, right, so that is our agenda for today. Is there any other business, gentlemen?
Someone's won the Euro Millions. One person's won it.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm off, lads. See you later.
This is the last pod with Dave. Maybe Dwight won it. That's why he's just not coming anymore.
Wanker, yeah.
Doesn't even write words anymore. Just thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
It.
He's too busy. He's on a private jet, and he wanker.
Fair enough.
Don't like Dwight either anymore.
There's a real theme going on here, Dave. Man, it's a problem. It's a problem.
Can't be. He's got White
in his name.
He's got White in his name and my initial. D. White. No, didn't work, did it? No. Right.
No, but I know what you mean because we've got David White and White. Right. I know what you mean. We'll just leave that there.
Yeah.
In fact, no. Do you know what?
Oh. Yeah.
That was a good one, Dave. All right. Anyway, we are going to. We're going to leave. We'll be back next week.
Maybe Dwight might turn up.
Maybe he will.
Maybe
he won't.
We won. All of us won't turn up because Dwight will share what he won. Probably not.
Peace.
My style is impetuous, my defense is impregnable, and I'm just ferocious. I want your heart, I want to eat his children.